Hello football fanatics, and welcome back to PL Breaking News. Lineker urges Arsenal to sign Ivan Toney for only £15 million to boost title bid. Gary Lineker has urged Arsenal swoop in and sign Brentford striker Ivan Toney, especially if he's available for just £15 million. Toney, 28, is expected to leave Brentford before transfer deadline day on August 30. Having been the subject of firm interest from Saudi Arabian side Al Ahly. The England international was left out of the Bees matchday squad for their first Premier League game of the season on Sunday, a controversial 2-1 win at home to Crystal Palace. Post-match, Brentford manager Thomas Frank admitted that he hopes a deal can be done to sell Toney, who's in the final year of his contract and would leave for free next summer. The rest is football podcast trio of Lineker, Micah Richards and Alan Shearer. All agree that Arsenal should be in the mix, believing they need to sign a striker in order to pit Manchester City to the league title. You know who I would go and buy? Ivan Toney, Richards began. He was left out obviously, and there's talk about him going to Saudi. He might not be ideal for Arsenal's style, how they want to press and play, but he's a different option from off the bench. He would give them something different, a different dimension, especially looking at the numbers. He's got a year left on his contract, and there was talk about him going for only £15 million. For a player who was valued at £70 million a couple of seasons ago. In terms of what he can offer, I think he would be a good fit. Lineker agreed with Richard's suggestion, with the match of the day host saying, "I like Ivan Toney a lot. I think he's super talented and gives you a completely different from what else they've got. He's a real threat and technically a really good footballer, so I think he would fit in at Arsenal." Once you're at the stage where a player is left out, the writing does appear to be on the wall. Shearer then pointed out that £15 million would be surprisingly cheap for Toney, and he doesn't expect the Gunners to sign a striker in light of recent comments from boss Mikel Arteta. "If it was up to me, I would look to bring one in," Shearer added. Listening to Mikel, it doesn't sound like they're going to bring one in. They might bring in Mikel Merino from Real Sociedad. He's looking for a striker to improve on the numbers of Kai Havertz, Leandro Trossard, Bukayo Saka, and what the team did last year. Can they do find that player? I don't see why not. I think from Brentford's point of view, they probably have to sell Ivan Toney. They can't afford to wait another 6 months and let him leave for free. I would be amazed if he went for £15 million. I would imagine it would be more like £40 million. The only downside is his replacement has got a bad injury and will be out for a while, so do they have time to bring someone else in? But it does sound like he's going to leave in the next couple of weeks. Carlo Ancelotti says it's impossible to find another Toni Kroos. Carlo Ancelotti has delivered the ultimate compliment to former Real Madrid star Toni Kroos ahead of their La Liga title defence. The Los Blancos' engine room will be without the German star for the first time since 2014, following his decision to retire this summer. Kroos opted against signing another contract extension in Madrid to stay on for the 2024/25 campaign, and he called time on his career after Euro 2024. Ancelotti battled to change Kroos' mind, but the Italian respected his decision to step away, despite the seismic change it would cause. As the squad prepare for their La Liga and UEFA Champions League title defence, new players will take on more responsibility, and Ancelotti is determined not to draw comparisons. Replacing Toni Kroos is impossible. We don't look for a replacement, as per quotes from Marca. We will always miss him. There's no one like him. It's not bad to look for new things. It's good for concentration. Ancelotti's comments will be echoed by Real Madrid fans, who took Kroos to their heart during his decade at the club after joining from Bayern Munich. Kroos walked away from Real Madrid with 4 Spanish League titles and 5 Champions League, plus one more in the latter from his time in Munich.